Thank you very much, Bill.
The obvious question, where's the bench top now?
It's still in there.
It's
It's still there.
all right.
Yeah. It was sandblasted though. But you'll see there is a few little hot spots still.
It was used as in the first year teaching laboratory,
Yes.
and John Lyle, who Sean will know, once tried to tell me how it was set up. John had a habit of hopping sideways out of rooms whenever he was talking to him, never finishing a sentence. So I only got half the story. But it was a discussion between Devons and Braddock.
Yes.
And one of them wanted to put paper on the top to absorb all the alphas because that was the main source coming off it. And they had to put some they nailed hardboard
Yes.
over the radiation to protect the students.
Considerate of them.
Very good.
Can I suggest it probably was lead 210 though, because that's an alpha emitter, yes, yeah. I shall,
William Kay, did he actually perform most of these experiments? Because he's always thanked at the end of Relevance paper.
yeah, he prepared the sources and he also helped doing the counting.
During the research that was done in the building, since you said there's a lot of contamination, has there been any research done into the medical history of the people working there? And has that contributed in any way to understanding the dangers of radioactivity at the time?
Well, when we were still occupants, actually we'd just been told that we could move out temporarily while the place was refurbished, and at the time when they discovered or rediscovered the contamination. There was in fact, obviously a concern about health, and a number of us actually put together a report on all the information we could get about the contamination and forwarded it to the university, asking them to conduct a review, which they did under the leadership of Professor David Cobham, who is an epidemiologist at Southampton. His view, because there was supposedly some cluster of cancers and particularly pancreatic cancer, and his view was that the evidence was not sufficient to show a causal link. Some of the former occupants weren't happy with that, but that was the view then. I think, yeah, sure. I mean, I think it would be interesting to look at the people who were actually working during Weatherford's time. We know, for example, William Lansbury, the lad who he was a radio technician. He then subsequently went off to the US and worked in a hospital. And he later died of aplastic anemia. So he was one of the cases where you could say that it's an individual, it's a technician, and many of the technicians have got it because they were working with the stuff at the time. He was one case where you could show it probably wasn't a link. Whereas William Kay lived to a very good old age. So,
It saves me dealing with Walter Lansbury, so
Yes.
I can deal with it now. I also looked into his history, and another chap who was
Yes.
a contemporary in the student. Not only the anemia, but when I found that the cause of death, it was mainly jaw and dental atrophy, which was unknown until radioactivity and
Right.
radium,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
thereafter. And his symptoms were identical to the radium girls
right.
that happened thereafter.
Right.
And a chap I think it was even in the same class, Hartley Lupton was the student's name, went off to do all the work for A.V. Hill, the
Yes.
oxygen
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah.
And he died the same age, and Lupton wanted an inquest on him, and he clearly, the symptoms there were the same. Now both of them, one went to that hospital you mentioned,
Yes.
dealt with huge amounts of radium. So it's not clear it happened here.
Yes.
Hartley Lupton went to MRI, because they were all recommended by Robert. Here's a radium expert.
Yes.
Hartley Lupton went there. He was given the radium to deal with it, massive amounts.
Yes.
And I suspect it didn't follow.
Yeah.
But, anyway, I don't need to mention that now. I've done it.
Oh, yes. No, that's interesting, yeah.
Thank you.
I always wondered about Geiger, what he died of. I mean, it was, I haven't looked into the data, but I suspect he may have had similar symptoms to Pierre Curie. It was described as arthritis, but it could have been
Bones.
Bones, yeah. Because radium being in the same group as calcium is a bone seeker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Geoffrey Constable, had a father who worked in the Cavendish Laboratory under Rutherford, Jack Constable. He built electronics for Chadwick, which helped him discover the neutron. And his father died in his 30s, and I asked Geoffrey what was the diagnosis, and apparently it was radiation poisoning. So one of the research students at the Cavendish certainly died of it, if not others.
Yes, I mean, there's also a case of Crowe of the Cavendish. Crowe lost several fingers because he didn't take the advice from William Kay. So Rutherford originally wanted to take Kay with him to Manchester. So, but I believe that Crowe came here and was given some instruction.
Yes, he did indeed, and didn't take any notice.
He didn't take any notice, yeah. He got his several fingers were damaged badly.
He lost them.
Lost them, yeah. I don't know whether it was a cause of death, though. Can you remember? Yeah. But I say, some people, I mean, Kay lived to a great old age, so he, it's. But I'm sure, as you say, it's an interesting question, and I'm sure there's at least 1 or 2 PhDs on that to investigate medical history.
Well, he died just before the Jubilee conference, didn't he? After it suggested the whole.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
So that would have put him in the 70s or 80s.
Last question from Chris.
I was just going to say, there are often, in the early days in medical fields, partnerships between physicists and radiologists. And in Birmingham, there was a radiologist called Hall Edwards, Major Hall Edwards, who would be inserting radium needles and various things into various women for ovarian cancer. And he lost, I think, first one hand and then the other hand, and then still carrying on inserting needles. This was before the days of what we call afterloading. So he actually would be holding the radium needles or radium sources and sticking them in himself with his fingers.
Thank you very much, everyone.